All right, now that we have done some substitution and graphing and elimination, we're going to start solving systems of equations that are word problems. So we're going to apply them into somewhat real-life situations. The first thing is don't forget to write let statements. So just like any other word problem that we've done in the past, we have to write a let statement. So number one, Alexa purchased 12 pens and 14 notebooks for $20. Hannah bought 7 pens and 4 notebooks for $7.50. Find the price of 1 pen and the price of 1 notebook algebraically. So remember, the let statements is like let P stand for pen and N stand for notebook. Those are your let statements. So the first equation, Alexa purchased 12 pens and 14 notebooks for $20. So 12 pens and 14 notebooks was $20. And then Hannah bought 7 pens and 4 notebooks for $7.50. So 7 pens, 4 notebooks for $7.50. So these are the ones where you can decide if you want to do elimination or substitution. Substitution, you need to get where it just equals one variable. So elimination on ones like this is most of the time going to be easier. So we need to make either the notebooks the same or the pens the same. In this one, making the notebooks is the same will be easier. You want to find the greatest common multiple. The greatest common multiple for both of them is 28. So to get 14 to 28 is multiplying by 2, and to get 4 to 28 is multiplying by 7. Remember, you want one of them to be negative so that we'll be able to get rid of the notebooks. So 2 times 12 is 24p. 2 times 14 is 28n equals 2 times 20 is $40. Then for the second one, negative 7 times 7p is negative 49p. Negative 7 times 4n is negative 28n. And negative 7 times 750 is negative 52.5. So now we're going to eliminate. The ends eliminate, and I have negative 25p equals negative 12.5. We're going to divide by negative 25 on each side. And 12.5 divided by 25 is 0.5. So the pens cost 50 cents. Then we need to find how much do the notebooks cost. So we're going to plug 0.5 in for pens in either one of the equations to find the answer. So if I do 7 times 0.5 plus 4n equals 7.5, or 7.50. 7 times 0.5 is 350 plus 4n equals 750. Subtract 350 from each side. I have 4 times n equals 4, so obviously n equals $1. And there you go. Second one, Tyler has a collection of grasshoppers and crickets. So obviously we're going to need to know G for grasshoppers and C for crickets. So the first equation is that he has 561 insects in all, which means all of the grasshoppers plus all of the crickets equals 561. The second equation is the number of grasshoppers is twice the number of crickets. So the number of grasshoppers is, remember, is an equal sign, twice the number of crickets. So looking at this, would it be easier to use elimination or substitution? This one's going to be easier to use substitution. So we can plug 2c in for the G, and now we have 3c equals 561. We divide both sides by 3, and there are 187 crickets. To find out how many grasshoppers there are is 2 times the number of crickets. So 187 times 2 is 374. This next one can get really confusing because you're trying to figure out what exactly is it asking. So it says a total of 600 tickets were sold for a concert if the tickets sold in advance cost $25 each, and the tickets sold at the door cost $32 each, and $16,309 worth of tickets was sold. How many of each type of ticket was sold? So we need to write our let statements. We want to know how much are the advanced, or how many of the advanced tickets did you sell, and how many at the door did you sell. So our let statements is let A stand for advanced and let D stand for door. So a total of 600 tickets were sold. That means all of the advanced plus all of the door tickets was 600 tickets. Then, if the tickets sold in advance cost $25 each, and the tickets at the door cost $32, and this is how much money they made. So 25 times A plus 32 times D equals 16,309. The reason why we know to put all of those together is we put all of the money in the same equation. Then we look at this. You could do elimination with this one, or you could do substitution. I'm going to show you how to do it with substitution. For substitution, I need to solve for either A or D. I'm going to solve for A. So all we had to do was subtract D from each side. So now we can take this 600 minus D and put it in for this A. So 25 times 600 minus D plus 32D equals 16,309. And we're going to do the distributive property. 25 times 600 is 15,000. 25 times negative D is negative 25D plus 32D equals 16,309. Some of you forget that we need to do combining like terms first, so we don't subtract this 15,000 yet. Let's make sure it says 15,000. We need to combine the negative 25 and the positive 32 to get positive 7D. Now we can subtract 15,000 from each side. So 7 times D equals 1309. Divide each side by 7, and the number of tickets sold at the door is 187. Remember that the number of tickets that were sold in advance and door should combine to equal 600. So, or we can plug 187 in for this D over here. So 600 minus 187 means that at the advanced tickets was 413.